Now let's get into the makeup routine that I wanted to demonstrate today using the Buffy brush to start, because this is your full coverage brush. And we're gonna just put it on a little bit different than how I normally do it. Starting with the thicker side of the brush. I'm running out of product here. I got a big old glob on there. So you just want to stripe it out. We'll just see how it ends up looking. So let's chat for a minute about children. I primarily have been working full-time, especially during the pandemic. And so I feel like I haven't seen my kids a lot this summer, other than the weekends. So now that I'm starting to work a little bit less, because there's a gal that's back from maternity leave, and so my hours are just a little bit lighter, which is good. I have the opportunity to see my kids a little bit more. So today I didn't have to be at work until like 10. And so I kept them home this morning for breakfast. That's what I like to do. And then sometimes we go to the park. You know, pre-pandemic, I would take them like to the movies. Like I would take Luke to the movies, or I would take them to the trampoline park and we would do something fun. But of course you can't do any of that now that we're in the middle of a pandemic. So I always like try to make a nice breakfast for us. And by nice, I mean, let's be honest, frozen waffles. But hey, they had cinnamon butter on them. That was nice. I mean, I'm not like a gourmet chef here. Maybe if we're really feeling fancy, I'll do pancakes. And then they ask for milkshakes. Can we have a milkshake, Mommy? And that's literally me putting milk into my coffee frother and frothing it up. And they think it's a milkshake because it's got foam on the top of it. And then I'll do like a squirt of the sugar-free s'mores flavor. Yes, I have s'mores flavor for my coffee. It's amazing. If you haven't had it yet, you should get it. Toriani or whatever the name of that stuff is. It's absolutely delicious. Yes, I'm a kid, and yes, I love it. And my kids love it too. And it's sugar-free. Or they'll get like a squirt of chocolate or of caramel. You know, and that just like makes their morning. They just love having a milkshake for breakfast. So of course today I'm like, you guys want to stay home with me this morning? Great. You know, sometimes we snuggle in the bed before we go and have breakfast, and we just have a nice leisure morning together. Well, nobody wanted to snuggle. Luke was already up before I even got up, as he is most days. Already had all of the Legos all over the entire dining room floor. It's like, all right, I can see you've been up a while. I can see you've been busy. I'm gonna get some better lighting here. Maybe not, it's not plugged in. And Clayton was crabby. You could tell he was crabby. From the minute he woke up, he was crabby. You could see it in his eyes, you know, just when they get this, I don't know. They have a look about them, those kids, just like you and I do. When you're crabby and you're like, don't mess with me. That was Clayton today. Except for he didn't have a don't mess with me look. He had a I'm gonna mess with you look because I'm mad at the world today. And he's got a little cold and he doesn't feel good. I'm just gonna take the fluffy end of the brush here. Actually, I'm probably gonna do the smaller end and just start blending. So he's crabby. He's picking a fight with his brother over everything. I mean, it was one of those mornings where if like I went to cut the strawberries and I don't want my strawberries cut in half, Mommy. I was like, okay, I won't cut your strawberries. Then I go and put peanut butter on his waffle. I don't want peanut butter. I want that peanut butter. It's the same peanut butter. It was just one of those mornings. We've all had those mornings. If you have kids, you have those mornings. It's just the way it goes sometimes with kids and toddlers. Luke was keeping it together for the most part until his brother, after breakfast, starts messing with him and his Legos. You know, Clayton's doing this, Clayton's doing that, just typical kid stuff, right? They were so whiny and so fussy that I was like, this is my one day off work with you guys to spend with you, and this is how you're acting? I'm gonna take you back to daycare. Daycare deal with you. Like, shaping up or ship out, boys. We've all been there, right? Such a love-hate relationship with your kids at toddler age, I feel like. You know, they look at you and they smile, or like Clayton will say, Mommy, I love you, and he'll give a kiss, and then he'll turn his head when you go to kiss him, and he'll say, you missed. And then he'll go, and he'll turn, you missed, Mommy, you missed. I mean, it's so cute. It's like I just want to bottle up the cuteness. And then you have mornings like we had today. I don't want my waffle cut in half this way. I want it cut in half that way. Since when do I work for a dictator? What is this? Since when does it matter? I mean, I know that's what they say. It's important to the toddler to make their own choices and have their waffle cut the way they want it. But some mornings, you just can't handle it as a parent. It's just too much. Then it was me getting them in the car because I needed to get to work. And they both still had peanut butter and waffle all over their faces. And I was like, okay, Mommy has to go inside and get a wipe so that I don't drop you off at daycare. And they think, why are these kids coming in grungy clothes with stuff all over their face? Who are you as a parent? And so I go run inside. You guys remember what my face just looked like a minute ago with all of that stuff? And now look at it, it's done. So I run inside and I get the wipe and I come out and I say, give them the choice. That's what they tell you to do as an adult with kids. Give the toddler a choice. It makes them feel like they're more in control and that they have a sense of self, and you'll have less fights. So you say, would you like Mommy to wipe your face, or would you like to wipe your face? And you do this for everything. So if you don't have kids, lesson, you do this for everything. Would you like to put your right shoe on first or your left shoe on first? And it's nice to give them options of things that you want them to do. Like, would you like to go for a walk before dinner, or would you like to go for a walk after dinner? Because either way, we're going on a walk. It's just that you get to pick when. So, would you like Mommy to wipe your face, or would you like to wipe your face? He says, I do it. I'm like, you go right ahead. Well, of course he doesn't get it all. And I'm not about to drop my kid off with peanut butter smeared everywhere. So I was like, okay, good job. You did it. Mommy's turn. And I wiped his chin. I will tell you what. He screamed the entire way to daycare. Thank goodness it's only like a 9-minute drive, because my chin hurts. I was like, when I dropped them off at daycare, I was like, here you go. They're yours. Bye. And I think I ran back to my car. It was just one of those mornings. It wasn't even that terrible of a morning, but we've all had them. If you've had kids, you have those mornings where it's just like, you know, my expectations were here, and as a mom, your rule of thumb for living your life should be lower your expectations. I think I will go through life better each day if I just lower my expectations. That way, instead of thinking I'm going to be here, let's just get by with average. And I think that's going to be okay. So that's the advice. That's your tip on Thursday. If you're a mom or a dad and you have expectations, be real with yourself. Lower your expectations, and then we're all gonna just be okay. But now that the makeup's done, I gotta go get those little snots that I love so much. And I do thank God for work because it does. I get away from them and I get refreshed, and then now I can't wait to go see them. So even though they drive me nuts, oh well. Thanks for sticking around today. Bye.